Cleanse, Enfeeble Aura, and Silence. One of the fastest rule in Ava Dungeon. This is my PvP set. I'm playing Enigmatic with the Judy Armor Knight Helmet. It's like a full support build on a Cleanse Shield. PvE set would be this. Cooldown, 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 and a Great Arcane on Shield and Mimic. You mimic all the frost, so I will do the frosts. Where are the frosts? Courier tell us the frost. Gonna do a frost on here. Mimic him. So I can put all the time this area here, so the DPS are dealing more damage. Then you just set cooldown. And that's all. And then you follow. That's it. That's your job. And just set cooldown again.
Arcane, no? He's still silenced.
beam him, and the healer, the main healer, should beam him too. This is my set. My job is to listen to the raid leader and to silence on his call. My abilities are shield and a mimic. I mimic the frost and auto attacks on energy. So here I can take a shield him, listening, preparing. Oops. And after his silence, you're using your enfeeble aura, your armor. The Offtank is getting aggro, so you can shield him now. And this is basically a gameplay. Let's go try.
Don't check the chest on the Biniaka.
I think our raid leader is already mad.
Arcane. I was stunned. 3, 2, 1, silence. My god. Silence. Is using the... Do you have Judy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Second D on the helmet. Okay. You use a cleanse on the beginning when I call for that, or will be probably after 5 seconds when I start the boss. After you waiting for my call when I said Great Arcane Judy Enigmatic, then you're using Judy on the party and Enigmatic on the party. And that will be on the second station the same thing.
Thank you.
Stuck. Cleanse. Good job. On the left, on the right, sorry, on the north. Offtank armor. Offtank silence. Full DPS. Good job. Iron VMS on the boss. Normal. Where's your armor? On the boss, go to the boss. Judy, 100 Judy. Enigmatic. Okay, Offtank armor. Offtank silence. Full DPS. 1 silence. Can be on the fourth side.
And we go. We don't need that anymore because you don't have any crowd control effects like the one-handed arcane. So for more silence,
and
we go on the cooldown reduction sprint.
On my call and second offensive.
Can you just defensive practice call? Reset cooldowns, dodge everything.
VMS, hello, wake up. Licky. First defensive.
A on Guardian helmet, Guardian armor.
I'm just checking
this
people. Offtank. Great Arcane armor, start game. One can be ready. One can now. Use your armor. IQ. Should go right. Yeah, it's right.
Oh, if you place your royal robe, very important, make sure to place it under the DPS and go out, because it's only for 5
Okay.
people, and you don't need it for
Okay,
healing.
Okay.
It's for the DPS.
From
For and the boss. You are going a guardian helmet, you need any mana sandals, energy pots, you need a beam, and the first Q.
and then HP cut, going HP cut, and then wait for touch. 1 HP cut. Use your D. Use your R.
If HP cut is happening, it's around 50%. You should beam him so he's not getting down. We are a main healer, but a special main healer. So I'm gonna go here on heal. And I will heal the main tank, plus link the mobs for a bit extra damage.
Yeah, we just kill them. I cannot make them up. We have to speed up a little bit. I didn't need that one, okay. Stunt. Debuffs
You play Ironroot healer, are you gonna switch
on the east.
to that? Okay, we could have switched to that one to cleanse
Offtank
as well.
people now. Islands now.
And then rope and smite. Smite. We're gonna play today Ironroot BMS. Ironroot for the pools. You can play also with mana potions, especially if you're running a higher tier dungeons and the DPS are not the Gucciest. You can go better mana potions, so you have faster cooldown or more mana. It's just better for the pools, because you will go in the pools using. If they're going longer, you need more Qs, which are taking most of your mana then. This would be your PvE set. Your PvP set would be this with rest spots or sticky potions you can play. Of course, you want to be then on refreshing sprint and the last passive. You don't need the damage passive if you're on a tank. You go silence, snare charge, or guard rune if you're like a defensive tank. Something of this is both fine. For bosses, you go at this. Make sure to have the first passive, not the last. You don't want to have accidentally aggro from the boss. Refreshing sprint again. And here, the swirl. The third one. Wanna be on cleanse, guardian armor, and BMS. And for this boss, don't use a W. That's it. BMS on boss and guardian armor in the boss, but try to stay still in the circle, but so your armor touch the boss. And then the DPS are killing the small mobs again. That's it. Ta-da! That's the boss. Whenever he's doing the reflect, Like you see this animation, then press your item so the DPS are not getting bonked away, and you can switch sides. They can
what the fuck is
continue
this build?
dealing damage and not getting
Offtank got
died.
an ammo. Thing should be soon again. Here we go, and items go
Here.
southeast.
This animation.
And BMS defensive now, enigmatic Judy on the party. Get ready to go east, everybody go east, go.
BMS defensive.
Okay, we are playing, I just forgot to explain, we are playing Ironroot. So there are two different Ironroot builds. One is full cooldown reduction, and then there is another one with a bit more damage. So also for bosses I have not a healer switch, I have a wildfire switch. And on pools I link mobs and I use all my spells not for resetting cooldown, like on the other build. I'm using my spells for damage. So I'm going with a beef stew, stalker jacket, a coal of purity and a royal sandals. Alright guys, we are playing today Shadowcaller support in Ava Dungeon. This would be my PvP set. Actually, this would be my PvP set. And my PvE. It would be the last queue, but I haven't unlocked it yet. So... And when the Raidleader is calling for debuffs, we're gonna use our E on the Offtank. Offtank is Pravina. So support Shadowcaller is a really good role if you have no specs. If you have specs on Cursed, you can also play the damage variation. If the caller is not calling debuffs, like our Raidleader right now, you have to use your E, so I'm pressing 2, or you can click as well. I'm pressing 2 E after the Great Arcane disappears. So we wait, and after that we press the debuffs. After that. W, press that too. And after that, immediately resetting cooldowns. And mobs leashed, so we can do it again. Okay, for this boss, we're gonna go DPS. You can go normal bow, whispering bow, even wildfire, but wildfire needs a bit more switches, and you can combine the bow with your royal jacket, so it's kind of perfect. On top, we have a knight helmet. It's defensive. You will see when we're gonna use it. And I gonna go on a dodge roll for this boss. I always prefer dodge roll because he's jumping sometimes so much, and with the reflex it will help you, believe me. Knight helmet. This will be a reflex if you're standing there, so we use knight helmet. So we don't get bonked like a few people. And we can just walk out or dodge roll out in this case. Dodge roll I would keep for a bit later. So you can just walk out with knight helmet and dodge roll if the boss is jumping right after. If you wanna be pro, okay, and impress your raid leader, and there's a bird pool, equip a knight helmet. Also, we didn't had the construct boss. Only for the construct boss, you grab a badon, a bow. It can be flat 4, and you can trash it in the end if you don't need and you need space. A flat 4, a badon, and a merc hood can be also flat 4. Your pure support for interrupting a specific ability that the construct is doing. But for that, you will need to listen to the raid leader. Okay, for this boss, we go guardian helmet.
Guys,
this one,
the people if you or what?
cooldown reduction. Yes.
Heal shivers, guys. Offtank or defensive.
Our
Thank you, Trevor.
task is to deal damage and use a guardian helmet on cooldown. As your guardian helmet is hitting 10 people, make sure to hit as many as possible. So people don't need to go out to leash stacks. You see the stacks here, building up these yellow thingies. And if you have like 4, you should go out and leash them. Just go out, like here, out. And then they will leash automatically. So you freezing one of the more useless roles. In this case, it would be a Realmbreaker because he's only using E, and then maybe Royal Armor for a mana. Or in this dungeon, our backline healer, as he's using only his jacket and maybe a heal. If you're DPS, try to always DPS like in the middle. As you are dealing A or E damage, try to deal like in the middle of the mobs, so you're hitting as many as possible in your queue. Okay, for the boss we're gonna switch to Wildfire. As we have already a lot of cast time on fire, also with our food. I would recommend to switch here to damage passives. We can let here the costumes from that one and these abilities. We are playing today DPS Lightcaller. Very important if you play Lightcaller, make sure you have the last W activated, otherwise Lightcaller doesn't make much sense. For DPS, or for some DPS, I have Knight Helmet, Guardian Helmet for end boss. And in general, for bosses, I brought a Hellspawn stuff because it's just better in DPS than Lightcaller. Lightcaller has a lot of AoE damage, that's nice, but for bosses we want more focused target damage, so for that one we have a Hellspawn stuff with us.
Enigma.
Back at me.
Bro.
Back at me. Go full CDR. Black Sperm, you're gonna for no reason. Flex out.
And later, let's go some shots. After this, I'm gonna announce on the Discord a party. Make sure to join.
Link the mob to the boss. Link the boss. Ironroot the console, so it's gonna be high. Everybody stack. Everybody stack. Stack to the ground. Smash. We go away from now. Lift them up.
Easy, bro.
We're gonna switch. For endboss, we're gonna switch to energetic sprint. You can play like this too, like with this rush and energy potions. But they're also reducing your damage, your defense. So with the stacks, it's I be on the safe way and go energetic sprint and poisons. Hellspawn stuff. You can even go on polymorph.